Underdogs 2 years later. And the main thing about Underdogs is we've been able to have a few people come in, like Daniel. He came right out of high school, and he rolled all the hot dogs. We taught him how to do the hot dogs, and he, I saw even more of how important it is for them to earn actually a regular wage. And in Austin's case, Daniel still lives at home, but in Austin's case, he lives in his own apartment and he pays his bills. We pay very few of his bills. There's a couple of them that are attached to ours just because I didn't want to set up utilities. But it's important for them to earn a living wage. And the hot dogs have definitely done that for Austin. I'm going to let Austin tell you a little bit about his hot dogs.
We serve the hot dog, we call them one of the straw dog that has the raspberry chipotle barbecue sauce when I came up with.
Go ahead.
We have the straw dog that has the sauce and the bacon and the fried crispy straws, and then the classic all the way with chili cheese, relish, and ketchup, and then the jalapeno straw dog and with the sauce, the bacon, the cheese, and chili on top of it.
Crispy fried jalapeno straws. And we came up with we knew we needed some proprietary items, so we came up with dog sauce, and we have it bottled in California. And it's really a unique taste, and it sets the hot dogs that we serve away from other people that serve regular hot dogs. So these are our product resources. The PowerPoint's going by itself. So one thing that we started also is the Underdogs franchise. And I thought, well, if we can be as successful as we've been with Underdogs here in Tarrant County and Fort Worth, then surely there's a need for some other family that adult looking for a meaningful wage. We would do a franchise. We were set to introduce that franchise in May at the Adult Summit for NDSS, and needless to say, the COVID kind of took that away from us for now, so it's just on the back burner. But these are the products that we use, that we get everything from, that we set up for anyone that's interested in potential Underdogs franchise. And you can choose your vehicle. We own all of these vehicles except for the truck. We don't own the truck, but we own 2 trailers and a little mini hot dog cart. And families can enter into the franchise and purchase whatever level of vehicle they want that would fit their needs or their, the area that they live in. And we started out with the white trailer there, but I'm not very good at backing trailers. So I decided that I needed something a little bit larger. And when we went large, we went really large with the RV, which is 32 feet. But my goal was, if we find a family that wants a franchise and just say they live in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, we will drive the RV to Nashville, Tennessee, set up a party and host it for that family so that they can really see what they're going to be doing on a daily basis when you have an Underdogs franchise. And we also have a way to customize the branding. So as Austin is Austin's Underdogs here in Fort Worth, but if you were over in Dallas and your name was Matthew, you could be Matthew's Underdogs. And we can customize the graphics and put their photo inside of that U instead of it all being Austin. And we have another website that's called My Underdogs, and that would be the portal that would be for the booking and the shopping, where we can provide the products for you. And the social impact is one thing that I've found is huge here in Fort Worth with Austin. He's much more well known than anyone else in our family, and we don't go anywhere that people don't know him. And he just has a lot of friends, and it's great. And a lot of that is because he also works at Campese's restaurant on Camp Bowie, and he is the host. But it's a great, it's more than just him opening the door for customers. He's opened the door for his own business and also opened the door for the public awareness. So we like to say we sell meals with a meaning and a mission. And then we have more big ideas. And that again would be our Mingus. I'll play a short video here.
The West begins in these parts, where not so long ago armed horsemen guarded payroll wagons from outlaws. The very last stagecoach run ended here. It's also where the Wild West died, like a tidal wave that fell to pieces at the place where it was born. But word of that passing was slow to reach these folks. A wild boomtown arose and disappeared, reborn as a bootlegging haven, and again as a retreat for biker gangs, before crumbling to a forgotten ghost town. Maybe the unlikeliest place in Texas to find cutting-edge innovation, compassion, and hope for a better life. Yet like the desert flowers that refuse to die, these treasures stand ready to bloom in this town. Watch soon for the remarkable story of Mingus, Texas, and a woman with a vision she cannot surrender.
I told Heather I just love the guy's voice, and I love he was so dramatic in that. So this old grocery store is what we've remodeled. We've renovated it, and this location, my great-grandparents bought this grocery store in 1906 when they immigrated from Italy with their 4 small daughters, and they bought it sight unseen for $88 and came to America to operate a grocery store of all places in Mingus, Texas. And it's really a very cool building. We've done as much as possible of the work without touching any of the outside except to replace some of the tin and the doors, the screen doors. And of course, as of today, it has a new roof. But this was my vision for the renovation, so that we have, the outdoor seating. I wanted the stage. We haven't built the stage yet, but the whole building has been redone and it's all operational. And we have the gardens mapped out, but we don't have them completed yet. And this is the Italian restaurant is Beneventi's Italian, and then we have Sweet Loretta's Coffee Bar. Beneventi was my maiden name, so that was homage to my family, my Italian relatives. So this shows you the condition of the building. It had been closed since 1972, and this is what I faced with the renovation of a 160-year-old building. So we got to work on it in January, and we were able to open the restaurant in June. We opened June 8th, so it was really a very short period of time building wise, because in Mingus it's basically an unincorporated city, so we did not have to go through a lot of inspections. I just built it to Fort Worth code, but we didn't have to worry about anyone signing off on it, so that was good. And that was the inside of it, and how it had sat since 1972. And that's most of the way through. We kept all the original walls, the original ceiling, the original floor, that one big blank new wall with the chair against it. That's a new one, but that's where our dishwashing station is in the back. And that's the outside, but all the doors, those screen doors that are on there, were there when I was a little child, when I would go visit. And They're the only doors I've ever seen hanging on there. So that is the lasagna that we serve, and picture of the inside. That butcher block there was my uncle's. It was the grocery store had a butcher shop, and so he cut meat, and it was so heavy no one could move it out of there. So it remained, and we were able to use it as our hostess station. So it's really very cool. And we have the little coffee bar. It's very small, but it's quite cute. And eventually we're going to have these tiny houses. I wanted 8. I'm down to 6. I'm hoping to have 3 by the spring. But again, with COVID, it's takes a bite out of everything, as you all well know. And it's hard to raise any money to get these houses built. But we'd like to have 6 of them that 1 or 2 people can stay in at a time. And that will give us the residential program that we're looking for. So people can come and train for 1 to 4 weeks, and then we can place them in a job within their community. And this is the garden area, which is in front of where the tiny houses go. We're going to have produce gardens. We've started building them, but we kind of put that on hold because it was so hot. There was no rain. And the people in Mingus and the area around there, they all have gardens. So they have been bringing our chef like eggplant, squash, zucchini squash, onions, tomatoes, everything, all their overflow comes to the restaurant, and she just whips it up the next day. And it's just, it's just great. We love it. This is how our gardens are going to be. They're 16 by 24 feet. And right now we have 5 of them built out, but we haven't planted anything in them yet. And this is just kind of what we do at Mingus Job Accelerator and our advertising piece that we work on to get participants. It's still, again, to blame COVID for everything. It's difficult for people to, feel good about sending their adults out to Mingus for the day or for the week. We have a daily program. We've had 3 participants that they come out. Our chef lives here in Fort Worth, so she's been picking up the participants and bringing them out there. And that means they have to leave at 6:30 in the morning, and she gets them back by 3:30. So, but we've tried to make it to where we don't have people. We have I-35 as our cutoff. So anything west of I-35, we're able to, pick up and take out there. It's a 1-hour drive to Mingus, but it's a real pretty easy drive. And Sarah Blackwell Stuckel, she's our new vocational director, and she will do all of the interviews and the assessments, and then we'll do the on-site. I'll be the one to meet them on site to see if we have a job that we can plug them into, if we have a skills area. And this is a short video of Thomas. He lives in the area, and he was a challenge for us. But
give me one more.
He was helping D'Angelo build the garden. And D'Angelo was really good with him. Thomas is completely nonverbal. He has autism, and I was visiting with his mother, and he's a pacer. He just walks around the restaurant the whole time and sits down on the floor, and then stays about 15 seconds, and then jumps up, and then just circles the restaurant. And I didn't feel like we were quite, as new as we are, I didn't feel like we were prepared or had enough staff to really have him learn and be productive in the restaurant. And his mother said, well, he loves to be outside. He loves to do outdoor work. And I said, well, let's get D'Angelo in here and we'll talk to him. So we decided that and he's a little bit of a runner. He'll just kind of run off, and that was a concern as well. So we decided that we could have him come Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 9 to 11 and work with D'Angelo outside. So just tried to find a solution that he would have some exposure to Mingus Job Accelerator. See, and this was Eliza. She came for 3.5 weeks. She was she lives at Down Home Ranch in Austin. And because of COVID, she had come back to the area her parents live in, Strawn. And her mother was like, please take Eliza into the program. We're going to kill each other before she goes back home. And so she came to work, and she was just delightful. And, she did everything. She was the hostess. She washed dishes. Haley got her, that's the chef Haley. And of course, that was the week, I think Daniel came out to visit, and he went through the program for 1 week. But, Haley had Eliza making banana bread by the end of the second or third week. She was making the banana bread for the coffee bar. So it was a great experience. And Austin went out there and worked, and Haley taught him to make the fresh Caesar salad dressing. So that's pretty much what we do. I think this is the end of the PowerPoint. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and give it back to Heather.